Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to start a new chapter, sorting materials into groups. So here the question comes, why materials are sorted into groups? Materials are grouped for our convenience to study their properties and also observe any pattern in these properties. Dear students, you must have seen that our food and clothes have so much variety in them. Not just food and clothes, there is such a vast variety of objects everywhere. We see around us mobile, laptop, computer, pen, pencil, TV, utensils, books, cloths, stones, and so many other objects. But all of these objects have different shapes, colors, and uses. So, students, you do one thing, collect as many objects as possible from your surrounding and try to sort them out. And on the basis of what you will sort, you will sort them on the basis of their properties. So, let's discuss some of the properties in this video. The first property is appearance. Dear students, materials usually look different from each other, isn't it? For example, wood looks very different from iron, and iron appears different from copper or aluminium. At the same time, there may be some similarities between iron, copper and aluminium that are not there in wood, right? Okay. Materials that have luster are usually metals. They have shine, whereas wood is dull. So you can easily separate shiny metals from dull one, isn't it? Okay. Our second property is hardness. When you press different materials with your hand, some of them may be hard to compress while others can be easily compressed, isn't it? Yes, wood, aluminium, stone, etc. are hard, whereas cotton, sponge these are soft. So, on the basis of hardness also we can sort materials into groups. Point number 3 is solubility. We can sort materials on the basis of whether it is soluble or insoluble. You see students, some materials completely disappear or dissolve in water, whereas others do not mix with water. For example, salt and sugar disappears completely in water, whereas sand, chalk powder and sawdust does not dissolve in water. You see, there are some liquids also which gets completely mixed with water, whereas there are some others which do not mix with water and formed a separate layer when kept aside for some time, like vinegar, lemon juice mixes well with water, whereas mustard oil, coconut oil, kerosene floats on the top of the water. Okay? Some gases are soluble in water, whereas others are not. Water usually has small quantities of some gases dissolved in it. For example, oxygen gas dissolved in water is very important for the survival of animals and plants that live in water. Our fourth property is transparency. Those substances or materials through which things can be seen are called transparent objects. Glass, water, air and some plastics are examples of transparent materials. Now students, have you ever wondered why shopkeepers usually prefer to keep biscuits, sweets and other eatables in transparent containers of glass or of plastics? Why? Can you answer? Yes, so that the buyers can easily see these items. On the other hand, there are some materials through which you are not able to see. These materials are called opaque. Example, closed wooden box, cardboard, books. These are examples of opaque materials. Now, The materials through which objects can be seen but not clearly are known as translucent. Do you remember the oily patch on paper when we tested food items for presence of fats in my previous video? That was translucent too. Can you think of some more examples of translucent materials? Now students, you know that why materials have to be sorted. And materials differ in their appearance and the way they mix in water or other liquids. They may float or sink in water or may be transparent, opaque or translucent. Materials can be grouped on the basis of similarities or differences in their properties. Now, in everyday life, we often group our materials for our convenience. At home, we usually store things in such a manner that similar objects are placed together. Such an arrangement helps us to locate them easily. Okay? There is another reason why we find such grouping useful. Dividing materials in groups makes it convenient to study their properties and also observe any pattern in this property. So that's all for today, students. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and do comment on the box below if you have any doubts. Thank you.